Hello, so I'm back again. I just did that other rant video on the assholes upstairs, and update, they stopped, but it was like, I don't know, they had like a small tribe of like children up there or something, because they all decided to leave like 5 minutes ago, and they made a huge fucking noisy mess on the stairs outside. And I mean, not a mess, but I just mean like, it was obvious that there was like 4 children and like multiple adults, and it wasn't just a let's walk out of our door and quietly walk down the stairs to the car. No, it was let's spend about 5 minutes fucking around on the stairs before we can get out to the car, and not just fuck around on the stairs, let's be very fucking noisy on the stairs at like 9:30 at night and be very annoying. Sounds like a great plan, right? People are just so fucking rude. Ugh. I'm still in my ranty mood, so I just thought I'd get a couple of ranty things out of the way first. Guess just talk about a couple things that really like piss me off. 'Cause it's therapeutic, I believe. It makes me feel better to talk about this kind of crap. So I was thinking about one earlier about when I remember, like, when I had a Facebook, I deleted my Facebook like a year ago just because it got to the point where it was retarded. I didn't care about, like, the shit that people were going through. Like, I know that sounds horrible, but, like, it wasn't even like they would post, like, legitimate shit. They would just be like, look at this stupid picture I found. Look at this stupid video I found. And then when they would post shit about themselves, it'd be like, hey, I'm 27, I just had my 3rd kid, and hey, look at my awesome house, I live in a fucking mansion now, and it's like, fucking great for you. I can't even compete with that. I am watching Netflix with my cat, and I'm happy doing that, but it was always one of those things where it's like, look at how much better off I am than you. I'm gonna brag about it and just be like, yeah, you know. It just got annoying, but one of the things that would always piss me off and make me just want to delete my Facebook immediately was because, like, let's say if I was, you know, like, in a ranty mood, because that never happens. Like, if I was in a pissed off mood, or, like, overly excited about something, or, you know, when you're, like, excited and you want other people to know, or you want to post something really quick and you don't really have the time to give a shit, you post something and let's say you misspell something, which I always try not to, just because I know there's so many fucking grammar Nazis out there that it's just so goddamn annoying, and I'll get back to that in a second. But also the other reason was that when I was younger, I had problems reading, and so when I finally did figure that shit out, I'm like a little fucking dictionary over here. If you ask me how to spell something, I know how to spell it. I'm really good at that kind of shit now. I wasn't when I was little, so I think that kind of had a lasting effect on me, that I need to know how to say things correctly and spell things correctly, and that was always huge in my head. You know, it's still huge in my head that I need to know how to learn how to do that kind of stuff. So usually, you know, people can ask me how to spell something, and if you give me a second, I can figure it out and just spell it right out to you, and not a big deal. But sometimes, you know, on Facebook, shit would come up and you just want to type something out real quick, or you type it on your cell phone, or whatever, you know. The thing that pissed me off the most would be, like, if I put up something that I was really excited about, or something, you know, that was just like, man, what the fuck, you know, just something that, you know, I was either really upset, like, when, like, let's say, like, if your car got totaled or something, and you're just like, man, like, what else could go wrong, and you just want to put up, like, a little thing about, like, this happened, and I'm upset, and, you know, has this happened to you before, that kind of thing, or just, this happened and what the fuck, you know, and you just want to put that up there. And the thing that would always get me, like, if you accidentally misspell something or whatever, nobody would care to read your, like, status and be like, oh, I'm sorry, and just focus on that you needed support. They would focus on the fact that you misfucking spelled the word your, or there, or something, and they would have to be a fucking little grammar Nazi and get in there and only talk about the fact that you fucking misspelled a word, because they want to show you up and be like, hey, I'm smarter than you, I know how to spell. Who cares about your grief? because I want to be a little grammar Nazi. And, you know, I mean, it could be like your grandmother died and you misspelled, you know, the word grandmother or something, just in your grief and your haste of getting that information out there, and you don't care at that point that you're misspelling something. People should be able to look at that message and get what you're trying to fucking tell them. It shouldn't be, hey, you know, you're an asshole and you misspelled this word, haha. And then that's literally, like, all people see. That kind of shit pissed me off to no fucking end. It was like, it completely negated anything that I was trying to say, anything that I was trying to tell people. And it was to the point, like, with Facebook, or with whatever, towards the end, where it was like, I would only update, like, serious shit. But then if I updated incorrectly or misspelled something, that was all they pointed out. And that pissed me the fuck off. Because it's like, okay, I know I misspelled something, or I know, like, in the passion of the moment, I was so into, like, getting my point across. I didn't give a shit. Okay, you should be able to look at what I said and figure it out, and not be an asshole and try to contradict me and say, well, I don't care, but you misspelled something. Like, I get it. We all have that, you know, up onesmanship, or whatever the fuck that is, you know? I don't give a shit. Again, what I'm trying to say, like, you know what I fucking mean. You don't have to correct me on what I'm saying. You get it. You want to be an asshole and correct me anyway because you want to be right. We all do this. I've done it. But it just, oh my god, it pisses me off. Like, there's a place and a time. If you can see that somebody's message is them needing help, or they're going through some problems, don't be a dick and stand there and go, you misspelled a word. Because literally, like, nobody else is going to post anything about grief. They're just going to be like, oh yeah, you misspelled that. Okay, so what else is going on with other people that are more important that know how to spell? Fuck off. Okay, anyway, I've killed that one. I'm beating a dead horse right now. The other thing that pisses me off, and this happened earlier, okay, it's about my mom. I love my mom to death, okay? Neither me nor other family members I have watch the news, and for our reason is, my reason and the other person I'm talking about, their reason also that we don't watch the news is because it's too depressing. It's literally, like, too goddamn depressing to watch. It's constantly somebody's getting killed, somebody's being blown up somewhere, something's happening, there's another shooting, people are being denied rights, they're being, you know, robbed, beaten in the street, the police are shooting everybody. It's too goddamn much. It's too much. There's no happy anything in the news, and I understand it's not always going to be happy, obvi, but it's too much. You know, I think that if it's something serious that I need to know, I will stumble across it on the internet, or somebody will tell me. Again, this goes along with my I don't leave my house thing. Like, I literally do not. Like, I just don't. And half of it's, yeah, like, society sucks. Like, there's always bad stuff going on, and I would rather be shut in my own little prison than be outside where something bad could possibly happen to me. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. That's my whole paranoia thing. Things scare me. Whatever. Okay. So, my mom knows I don't watch the news. Like, legitimately. Every time I talk to this woman on the phone, she has to tell me the worst fucking news stories ever. Like, oh, did you hear about the kid that killed her father? Did you hear about this guy that got, you know, fucking murdered? And, oh, they found his body. And, oh, he like, worked down the street from where he used to work. Did you know him? Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you telling me this information? And then every single time she criticizes me for not watching the news. Okay, even though there's other people in my family who don't watch the news either, and she's perfectly okay with that. But me, for some reason, it's a problem. I don't understand that. That's how it's always been. She's more accepting of other people doing the same thing that I'm doing, but she's not accepting of me doing it. Whatever. It's annoying. she's just one of those people. Like, let's say if my car was messy, if the inside of my car was messy, which it always was. I delivered pizzas for a while, years ago, so of course it was going to be messy. It was disgusting. She never drove my car, would never ride in my car. If we went anywhere, we went in her car, because her car's far nicer than my car, obviously, and that way I wouldn't have to worry about gas, and she went, it was just that kind of a thing when I was younger, when I was living with my parents. But it would be like, out of nowhere, we'd just be like sitting there, she'd be like, you should go clean out your car. Why? No. Why do I need to? Well, it should be clean. You should take care of stuff. Well, yeah, I take care of stuff. I mean, I'm not like putting cigarette butts out in my car or something. I don't smoke anymore. I used to. I'm not, sticking gum to the ceiling of my car. Everything is in working order. I just happen to have receipts and trash and shit in the floorboards. I'm the only one who rides in it. I'm the only one who drives it 90% of the time, unless my husband borrows it, but he has his own car, so he doesn't really do that. But, like, when I was still living at home, it was always oh, you should go clean out your car, you should go wash your car. No. Why? I've had a couple cars that were nice by my standards, and I did take care of them, and I did wash them, and wax them, and take them to get washed, and wash them myself, and take care of all that, and do the tires. But, like, if it's a car that I didn't really want, like, I only have because I needed a car, like, I'm not really gonna spend that much money or time on it, because it's just to get me from point A to point B. If it's a brand new car, or a car that I picked out myself, or something, okay, this is getting off topic. I've had cars in the past that I've gotten, that I specifically wanted. I had 2 very nice cars, and they both got totaled. Not my fault on either one of them. One of the cars was sitting parked, and it got totaled by another car that hit it when I was asleep. And the other car, I let somebody else drive it, and they totaled it, and there was a lot of insurance issues, and I was not able to buy another new car, so I got stuck with a crappy car that I did not pick out, that was just hoisted on me, because that's all we could do. We couldn't do any better than that. But anyway, I'm not being a car snob, I'm just telling you what happened. I didn't want it to sound like I was a total bitch about it, but, like, if you have a really nice car that you picked out yourself, you picked all the features and everything on, you babied the shit out of it, and then it's totaled, I mean, like, a year after you get it, like, you're not gonna get a ton of money back on it. But, anyway, like, she would, get on my case about, like, go and wash your car, and it's like, I don't care enough about this car to wash it, I don't care enough about it to, like, clean it up. It gets me from point A to point B, it's cheap on gas, it's falling apart on me right now, so I'm not that concerned with it. It's like a 16-year-old car. It's doing what it's doing. And I don't really leave my house, so I don't use it a lot. Right now the AC's breaking on it, which is awesome, because it's really, really hot where I live, and that's what you want. No AC. In July. Perfect. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm just rambling about stupid shit now. I'm in a ranty, fucking stupid mood, and I just need to let it go. So, anyway, later.